So we decided to make a documentary about Mr. Ford because obviously we love Mr. Ford. He's like the greatest guy at the school.
Some things we learned about Mr. Ford during these interviews was where he grew up, where he graduated college, and what he did after college. He started out being born in Monroe. He went to kindergarten and elementary in Monroe. Then he graduated from Wassman.
While in high school, Mr. Ford was in the band and he played trumpet. And in fact, he was so good at playing the trumpet that he got a scholarship to Southern University, where he was in a fraternity called Kappa Alpha Psi.
After majoring in chemistry and biology at Southern University, Mr. Ford became a chemistry teacher at Ouachita High School. After that, Mr. Ford was a principal at Richwood, and then he became an assistant principal at Sterlington High School. What are some of your favorite things about Sterlington High School?
Sterlington High School it's a community and family and to me a faith-based school. I believe smaller is better. I worked in some of the larger high schools, from West Monroe High School to Ouachita High School. Sterlington High School is very unique. We have about 450, 480 students. I'm able to get to know the students as well as the parents. I've been at Sterlington High School about 12 years now, so I've taught the students I'm teaching now, or administrators over now. I've had their older brothers or sisters. So I know families, I know parents.
What will you miss most about Sterlington?
When I came to Sterlington High School 12 years ago, I basically didn't know anybody from this community. This community has accepted me as being part of its family, and so one of the greatest things I know I'm going to miss is going to be the friendship and the camaraderie with my faculty and my students and my parents.
About Mr. Ford is he has a very big personality. Sometimes people don't always see it, but if you get to talking to him on the side, you find out how much fun he is and what a great sense of humor he has. One of the first times I remember knowing he had a good sense of humor. But I walked out of my classroom, and there is Mr. Ford pushing this lady, and she's probably close to 60 years old. She was close to retirement, down the hallway on a book cart. Just in the middle of school, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, and he's just laughing and she's just laughing. I don't think I ever had seen her laugh before.
I will remember most about Mr. Ford his kindness and his fairness. He's fair to every student, every faculty member. He is probably the most fair and level-headed person I've ever met, probably.
How has your career been affected by Mr. Ford?
Mr. Ford is a very fair person, very personable person. He treats people like people. And you could go in his office and you could talk to him, and he treats you like a human being.
The thing I'll miss is that he's always, always, always got your back. If you're doing your job or even attempting to do your job, even if you mess up, he has always got your back. And even if he disagrees with you, he's not going to let on. He is right there to back you up. I don't think I've ever gone to him with a problem where he just said, you're on your own or anything like that. And I will miss that about him. He is just definitely true blue.
He was just always so calm, level-headed, loved to laugh, and just treated everybody with respect. And that's what he's taught me, is just respecting everybody and trying to make sure that everybody feels like they're on the same playing field with everybody else, same level.
I remember Mr. Ford sitting right here at this table at lunch. This was probably about 3 years ago. And Jeremy Redden was our resource officer. And he was talking about his church, saying that his preacher kept him past 12 o'clock one day. He said that was all right. The sermon was interesting. And Mr. Ford, sitting across from us, he makes the statement, do you know what time we get out of church? Do you know what time we get out of church? Tuesday.
He has the biggest voice in the whole world. I'm almost going to have to stand up. So if you go to tell him something kind of funny or kind of amusing about something the students go, you can hear him in the hall going, "Oh, Miss Howell," and laughing. He's got a big mouth, "Miss Howell,"